I should have seen this video years ago, but I don't know who needs to see the video now, which is the reason why I'm creating it, okay? Not only is not everybody at your workplace a friend, but never go into your workplace with the intention on making a friend or with the expectation of having a friend. And I'll go into the reason why I'm saying any of this. Sometimes, especially if you're not one of those people who you walk around with a guard, really you shouldn't have guards. You should have healthy boundaries, not a guard. But not everybody stay on ready and creates a healthy boundary or even a guard. If you are the life of the party, if you're a friendly person, if you got a big heart, whatever, you go into a situation, whether it's a job, school, your neighborhood, or wherever, with the intention on being a good, decent person. You meet somebody, y'all can laugh, y'all can talk, y'all can have the best of time. You can find out you got a lot of things in common. And then at that point, you allow either the professional side of you to slag and you allow your personal side to come in, or you could just be like, look, ain't no need to sit up here being uncomfortable. Ain't no need to sit up here in a stuck and stagnant environment. Like, I'm one of those people where I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. And I'm the life of the party. So I started talking to him. I started talking to her. We started to talk. And whatever the situation happened after, we may even have so much fun that we're like, we want to pull up on each other in life. Like outside of work. And then before you know it, boom. I'm going to tell you why that's a very toxic choice and decision to make and why it's not very smart. Not only is not everybody at your job a friend, but I honestly wouldn't even look at the person as a friend. I would see this person for what they are if we work very well together. And I don't care if this is the boss. I don't care if this is another coworker doing the same exact job that you're working. I don't care if you are upper level and they're lower level or however you want to look at it. Don't treat nothing and nobody at your job where you get the bag. Don't try to be friendly or be friends with these people. I done tried it, done been there, done that, done not tried it, done it and did that. It just happened, done that and did that. Not at one job, not at two jobs. I can name about 3 to 4 jobs, even down to this current job where I have done it. Now, the main reason why I've done it at this current job is I kind of pride myself on the way in which I did it at this job. And if you're going to do it at all, I would rather you do it, and you should rather that you do it in this way, no other way. I have opened up to one of my bosses and told them what was happening and going on in my personal life. The main reason why I've done that is because I wanted this person to understand from day one, I'm in a bind. I'm in a situation. So I'm not here to play. I'm here to work. I'm here to get to the money. I'm here to get to the bag. And I'm telling you what's going on with me just enough. So number one, you make sure my money ain't being played with. And number two, you make sure I get as much money as possible. Or I don't need to be doing this. I've done it. At my orientation, I made not necessarily friends, but made connections with one of the ladies that was at the table. Now, it just so happens that we was on time and we was doing what we were supposed to be doing. But the person that was supposed to come in to start our orientation, they were late. They were handling whatever business or concerns that they needed to handle. But for whatever reason, the orientation didn't begin when we all showed up there ready for it to start. And in that time that we were sitting and we were waiting, me and the young lady, we started talking. And that led her to her opening up with her personal business, telling me she knew how to do hair, telling me about the relationship between her and her partner, what her situation was, why it is she was trying to get this job, and so on and so forth. And from there, me and the young lady immediately exchanged numbers because she let me know and showed me proof and evidence on her phone that she knew how to do some good hair. And I personally have put out into the atmosphere and been looking and searching for over a year for somebody that knows how to do some good hair, the type of hair that I like and I like to do and I like to receive. And so we exchanged information. Those are the only ways, except recently in the last week, she asked me for some help. I was in a situation where I couldn't offer that help. I think she got a little bit of a toot because I couldn't help, and that was that. That is the extent of the personal conversation that I have had at work. And it's the only extent in which I'm going to have it. I wouldn't even necessarily advise anybody to walk in my step completely and do exactly what I did. But as far as you conversating, telling your business, getting into somebody else's business, becoming friends, being up in each other's houses, you don't ever know how that situation can blow up. Now I done told you how I've experienced that. I'm currently experiencing it. I'm going to tell you about how I previously experienced it. I done been on the job where I'm working and trying to do my job and all this, that, and the third. And other people were unprofessional. Other people either telling me their business or in the midst of whatever was happening and going on, I kind of offered some of my outside business services and things of that nature. And either way, it didn't blow out right. Number one, because the job itself already wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. So me adding into it or dealing with somebody else's just added to what the situation of what was going on. I also ended up resigning from a job because somebody came at me. I came back at them. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just say I wasn't working directly with the person when this happened. When the conversating happened, when the flirtation situation happened, I didn't work with this person directly. I had two managers above me that I worked with directly. And then I had my coworkers. But this person I'm talking about, I wasn't working directly with this person. I wasn't aware this person was a manager. They weren't my manager at the time, but they were a manager. And let's just say over the next couple months, I guess they really pissed somebody off in another department to the point where the whole department is like, if this person gonna stay the manager, we out. Like the $21 is some change an hour. It ain't worth it. So we out. And so what ended up happening is that manager got moved from that department because that department didn't want to deal with him. And that person became what? Yeah, you guessed it. One of the managers above me. And even though I never crossed any lines, no physical lines, no outside the work lines, none of that, by the time that person became the manager, I still had not crossed no lines. But what made me definitely not cross any lines is when I found out that this person was married. When I found out, that's my limit. When I found out this person was married, I said, nah, this ain't a thing. I stayed away from them unless I absolutely positively needed to deal with them. And even when I did need to deal with them, I never went even behind closed doors into this person's private office. If I even needed to go to their office, another employee that I worked with directly went with me when I went to this person's office. Well, when I moved back and I stopped dealing with them on any kind of level, let alone joking, kiki, kaka, work flirting and all of that, that's when in the end I ended up losing my job. Accusations was made all because I was demanding not even necessarily responsibility, but I was demanding as an employee what I deserved in order for me to have security in the job. So they used that and that, pulled them together, and boop, I was gone. That was really the major situation that ever happened in the past. But I'm not telling anybody you should go flirting at work. If anything, I wouldn't. Even if you're interested in somebody, I wouldn't go there until the work situation is completely over and done with. But I definitely also wouldn't be friendly. That girl that you caca with, that ain't your friend. Until y'all start working together and they show you outside of work when it's no longer a job situation, that is not your friend. If it's a boss, that is not your friend. If it's a coworker, it's not your friend. I don't care who it is, even if it's the freaking janitor. That is not your friend. If you go to work to get to the bag, go to the job, get your bag, get the heck up out of there, and mind the business that is yours, and keep the business that is yours to yourself, because you never know when it's going to turn around on you, and that person is going to use what they know about you to get a leg up, or they're going to use it to cut you deep and get you on out of the way so they can get what they think are the benefits that you're getting, or they feel like it's gonna get them further. Of course, karma gonna come back and bite them in the butt. But those are my reasons and the advice of why I would say, let work be work. Let your personal life be your personal life. Honestly, if you dating and you got a man or a woman, I wouldn't even choose to work with my husband or my wife or my woman unless we got a business, and unless you are career straight, you are, you got it right up here and in here, and work is work, home is home. The two should not come together, even if we work together. But I wouldn't even choose to do that if I was you, because the drama of home can spread over into work, and the drama of work can spill over into home, and who want to deal with that? But I love y'all. God bless you, and I hope you have an amazing day. You heard me? Peace.